Kia ora and welcome back. Or if you are new to the podcast, it's so great to have you here. By now, hopefully you've set your annual goals, you've mapped out Q1 for this coming year, you've reflected, you've set your SMART goals, and you've created a flexible roadmap for how you're going to achieve your goals. So with all of that done and in place, you are ready to rock for your new year. So in today's episode, I thought it might be useful for you if we dive into the essential tools that every small business needs, not just to automate and track your progress and how you're going against your goals and all the work that has to go in behind the scenes, but also to harness the power of AI. Because AI is having a massive impact on the world right now. And as small business owners, it's something that we can't ignore. Because I believe that when it's used wisely, AI can help you streamline your operations. It can help enhance your decision making. It can help you get the job done much quicker. And it helps you free up your time so you can give more attention to the things that matter most to you and those tasks that only you can do. So whether that's your business strategy or your family or your friends or your community, hopefully you're really taking advantage of all of the AI tools that are available to us as small business owners so you can use your time wisely. So my hope is that by the end of this episode, you'll have a list of must-have tools, including the AI-powered options, that will simplify your processes and save you time and keep you on track to achieving your goals this year. Kia ora and welcome to Business Your Way. I'm your host, Sandra Julian, a certified business coach with over 2 decades of experience in building and scaling businesses. Over that time, I've learned that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to business success. What matters is finding the approach that works for you. So this podcast is all about helping you scale your service-based business with strategies that align with your soul and your values. I want to help you drop that hustle culture and focus on more sustainable, soul-aligned growth. I invite you to join me in each episode for insights and actionable steps that will work for you. Let's make your business feel right for you in a way that truly fits with your life and the life that you want to live. Alrighty, let's talk systems, one of my favorite things to chat about. One of the best ways to ensure that you stay on top of your goals and to implement all of the work that goes into achieving the goal is to set up systems to do the heavy lifting for you. Systems and tools take the guesswork out of tracking progress and making repetitive tasks seamless. And now, with all of the AI technology that's available to us, these tools are smarter, they're more adaptive, and they're more powerful than they ever have been. So let's talk about the tools that every small business should be considering implementing in order to lighten the load. And if you haven't got these tools into your business already, these are the core tools that I recommend you have. There are probably many other tools that you could have to do some of the heavy lifting, but I think I keep coming back to these being the core tools that every small business owner needs. And it will help you take your business to the next level. So here's my list of must-have tools in your business to make sure that you've got the right systems in place and you're starting to streamline how your business operates. And if you think your business is already quite streamlined, then come back to this episode, go through it again, take a look at what systems you've got. Can they be refined? Can they be streamlined even further? Because I know even in my business, and I would self-qualify myself as a systems person, love me a good system, love when it all goes to plan. But I also enjoy looking at where the improvements can be made. So there are always improvements that can be made with all of the tools that we use. You might outgrow some of the tools that you already have, and that's a really good time to look at, okay, what is now best fit for my business of where it's at? Because the systems and tools that you need as a startup business, you're going to outgrow those tools when you get to being more established and you've got more team members on board. You're going to need slightly different tools or maybe more robust tools. So let's get to this list. Essential tools for every small business. I think every small business must have a project management tool. So in order to stay on top of your quarter one plan, I would put everything that you are doing this quarter into a project management tool. You can set up projects, you can allocate the tasks, you can put deadlines to it, and it just ensures that nothing falls through the cracks and everything is getting done in the right time frame for you to be on track to achieving your goals. And if you've been around the podcast for any length of time, that you know my favorite tool is Monday.com. Because with Monday.com, there are automations built into the software. You can automate the tasks. The tasks can get completed once something else happens. So there's automations that you can customize inside of Monday.com that lighten the workload. There are also other great tools on the market like Asana or ClickUp or Trello. And to be honest, I don't know the ins and outs of those software, but highly likely, and this is my best guess, is that they have also got AI built into them and they've got automations that you can take advantage of. Monday.com also integrates with other tools for free. So you can send emails directly from Monday.com. You can record what's been sent in and out. You can use the forms on Monday.com. So if someone wants to make an inquiry with you, they can use a Monday.com form that notifies you, that can send an automated response right back to the person who's filled out that form. There is so much that you can do with a project management tool. That is my top recommendation for any small business owner. Even if it is just you in your business, then get a project management tool, because as soon as you start employing staff, there's no big transition curve that you have to go through to bring that person into the business and get them up and running immediately. You've already got your foundations in place. The next AI tool that I would highly recommend, that I think every business needs now, is communication tools. So if you are not taking advantage of ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or anything, similar to that, if you are not taking advantage of those communication tools, I highly recommend that that is your next step, because you can get so much more done very quickly with these tools. They're not necessarily thinking for you. They're not giving you a finished product, but they're acting like a sounding board. The other day, I did all of my annual planning. Usually my annual planning would take me a whole day to really work out what I want those goals to be, breaking those goals down into each quarter, what would I achieve in each quarter, and then breaking the quarter one plan down into detailed task lists. This would have taken me a whole day in the past. But this year I sat down with ChatGPT, and I've actually got a custom ChatGPT that knows my brand voice and my mission and my overall vision and who I serve and what programs I offer. It knows everything about me. So I sat down with that custom GPT and said, okay, here are the goals that I want to achieve for the year. And I just literally brain dumped my goals into a chat and said to the GPT, take what I've just given you and articulate them back to me as clear goals that I could achieve in this year. And it did exactly that. And then I went back and forth with the tool a few times to really fine tune what I wanted to achieve and how I wanted to achieve it and what that really looked like. But I literally got my whole annual plan done. I got my 4 quarterly plans. I got them to a high level view. And then I was able to take that and put that into my project management tool to keep me on track with deadlines that I need for Q1. It took me half the time. I think I was at my computer for all of 3 hours. In addition to that, I also nailed my word of the year. And I think that can be another whole podcast episode around what my word of the year is. But I then asked ChatGPT, based on my goals and what I wanted to achieve this year, what were some words that I could consider for my word of the year? Here's what I've had for the past 4 years, and I'm looking for something similar for this year. And it spat some words back at me, and we kind of went back and forth for, I don't know, a good 6 times really, because nothing was resonating with me, or I'd pick one, I'd hone in on that, and then eventually I landed on a word. And then it gave me a whole lot more than I would have got just by myself, and how I could implement and stay true to that word of the year all year. So if you're not using tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, I highly recommend getting on board. There are other AI tools out there like Grammarly, which then take your proofreading and your spell checking to a whole nother level. Because spell checking you could only use within Word, or within a Microsoft product, or within Google products, but now you can use Grammarly on any online document. So whether you are editing your website, whether you are filling out forms, it will spell check everything for you. So I think Grammarly is another nice AI tool to add on as a general tool. Anyway, I think I could talk about how you could implement the AI-powered communication tools. I think I could talk about that for a whole episode alone, but let's keep moving. The third tool that I would recommend every small business have is a CRM tool. Now, a CRM is your system for managing your client relationships, keeping track of your leads, automating your communications when new leads come in. You really want to take that work and put that on automation. And there are many tools out there that you could be using, but it depends on the size of your business, what you do, as to what tool you might choose. Some AI-powered tools are things like HubSpot, Salesforce, Pipedrive. These are all tools that can now analyze your client interactions and suggest the best times for you to follow up, or even recommend personalized messages based on the client's behavior. So your CRM tools are now getting really smart. Those tools that I mentioned, they can be quite expensive. So if you aren't needing that level of AI intelligence in your business just yet, you can try using something like Monday.com that's got some automation tools inside of it. So it's smart and it's doing some heavy lifting for you. But there are some other more affordable tools that you could be looking at, like Willow or Ivory or Honeybook or Dubsado, whereby they can also automate based on the client's behavior. So you can send contracts, you can send emails, you can send quotes, and these tools with their inbuilt automations, depending on the behaviors that happen either by you or by your client, these tools can have some great options to streamline your workflows. So I would highly recommend that every business has a CRM, because the more information that you can gather about your client, your interactions with your client, and the more that you can use AI to analyze that data, the smarter you're going to be able to operate within your business and gain more clients. All right, let's keep moving. Tool number 4 is meeting management. So there are some really smart meeting management AI tools now available for all kinds of meetings. So whether you're running an in-person meeting or an online meeting, whether there is just two of you in the meeting, a handful of people, or a whole room of people, you can use a variety of tools to record the meeting, transcribe the meeting, summarize what went on during the meeting, or even give you a word cloud of the biggest takeaways from that meeting or that presentation. So there's some free tools available in the marketplace like Fathom. So Fathom is a free tool that connects to Zoom and it records your meeting, it transcribes the meeting, and it gives you a summary of the meeting. And so I wouldn't say it's completely accurate, but it does a good part of the heavy lifting. So then you just need to review it, refine it, adjust it as necessary, and then your meeting notes are done. So there's other tools that are out in the marketplace. Some you will have to pay for, some are free. Others that I can think of are tools like Otter AI. I just went to an event end of last year and they used a very cool tool. The name escapes me right now, but it recorded the speaker's presentation and it summarized the presentation and then also gave you the key takeaways from that presentation. So I didn't have to take any notes while I was sitting in this conference. I just opened this tool on my phone and it just gave me this real-time information that I could use. So really smart AI tools available for your meeting management. If your team are not using some kind of meeting management tool to take notes and then formulate the action notes or the minutes from meetings, I highly recommend doing that. It's going to save a heap of admin time. Alrighty, tool number 5 would be your financial management tool. Staying on top of your finances is one of the crucial tasks that I think every small business owner should be doing. But I know a lot of small business owners don't love doing the finances of their business. But nowadays, with tools like Xero or QuickBooks or even Henry, all for different businesses at different stages, they all integrate with AI. They all have automations. They allow you to categorize your transactions. They allow you to forecast your cash flow based on previous spending. They can give you really deep financial insights that they're pulling out of your actual spending. So if you're not best friends with your financial management tool, I suggest that you become best friends with your financial management tool. I personally love Xero. I probably don't use it to its fullest extent, but Xero has a tool called HubDoc. Now, HubDoc, I literally send my receipts or my invoices to HubDoc. HubDoc read that document, populate all of the fields of Xero, and then put it into the invoice waiting for payment or put it into the credit card transaction so it can just be reconciled. I don't need anyone to data enter my receipts into my accounting software anymore. There is an AI tool that does that for me. And it's features like these that can save your business huge amounts of money and huge amounts of time. So you don't have to be doing this kind of work. So if you've been putting off, really diving into your financial systems, or if you're still heavily reliant on your accountant, make this a priority in your business. Get into your figures with smart AI tools attached to your accounting software, and then leave your accountant to do the work that they are professionals in. They don't need to be doing your bank reconciliations. They should be helping you make smart financial decisions in your business. But all the data entry, get an AI tool to do that for you. All right, tool number 6, automation tools. Automations are your ultimate time saver, and every piece of software should have some kind of automations built into it. And what I'm seeing is most software these days allows one software to talk to the other. So it's easy to integrate your various tools. So you could get your project management tool talking to your CRM tool, or you could get your project management tool talking to your email server. So there are many ways that your different pieces of software can connect with one another and send information to each other. And if the software doesn't have these, what I call native integrations available to you, then there are tools like Zapier or Make that allow you to connect your different platforms so that you can automate repetitive tasks and your software can be talking to one another and you don't have to manually transfer information or make sure the information across both platforms is exactly the same. And now with AI on the scene, it's not just automations that they're doing, because the AI now is able to enhance these platforms by suggesting automations based on your workflow. So if you're looking at how do I get, software A to talk to software B, platforms like Zapier or Make now have AI powered tools built into them. So then they can say, oh, you're trying to do this. This is the automation that you're looking for. And they're almost pre-built for you. So it's almost like you can't get it wrong because the AI is able to say, oh, are you trying to do this? And if you go, yes, I am, it's like, well, let me help you. These are the steps that you need. These are the actions that you need to take. So it's become a whole heap easier to get the software to talk to each other. All right, tool number 7, analytics and tracking tools. These can be a wealth of knowledge. So AI-powered tools like Google Analytics 4, they can provide really deep insights into your data. They can predict trends and they can highlight key metrics that you may have otherwise missed. We are just looking at a tool that can help us get proposals together quicker. So in the event management agency that I'm working for, we're currently seeing how we can put all of our proposals into a software tool so that we can put in some parameters of what we're looking for, and the AI can say, oh, if you use this event, this event, this event, and this event, they will give you good examples of what you're looking for. Or we've had this testimonial from a client that mentioned good customer service, or whatever it is. Because just imagine, we're now a really big company and we've got multiple client testimonials coming in. But when you're doing a proposal, you want to use testimonials that speak to the content of your proposal. So it's not like we can just use any testimonial or maybe the latest testimonial. We want to use testimonials that are relevant to the content of the proposal that we are about to send off. So we're looking at how do we put all of our testimonials into an AI tool, and then we can just not even search, but ask the AI tool, please give me testimonials for clients who have had exhibitions of more than 50. Or, so it can be just a variety of things that AI can be very smart with. And it's not a simple search tool, but the AI can look at your content, digest the content, and then give it back to you without you having to put in quite specific search parameters. The other tracking tool that I really like, that I think is really smart, is something that's called Hotjar. And this tracks the activity on your website. So it tracks somebody's mouse on your website. And then it will highlight the hotspots on your website so you can see where people are getting stuck, where they're dropping off, where are they hovering the most, what are they clicking the most. the really smart tool like Hotjar, and then it can analyze the movements on your website and give that back to you. So then you can make smarter decisions around how to structure your website so that the people that are landing on the website are actually following their funnel that you want them to follow in order to reach out to you, make an inquiry, and then eventually become a client. So yeah, tracking tools, analytic tools, they're just getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and taking that search ability and taking that to the next level, or analyzing the data and giving you back information that you may have never even thought of looking at before. So I think not using these tools will be at a detriment to yourself and your business. But you definitely don't have to go out and start reviewing all of your tools and all of your software so you've got all the latest bells and whistles. If I want you to do anything, it's just choose one area of your business that you know would have the greatest impact if you reviewed your systems and your tools within that area of your business. So if you said to yourself, all right, this year I'm really going to look at my sales systems and tools and how can I improve that area of my business? And then once you've got that area of your business that you know needs the biggest attention, or if you think it's your analytics can just help you make smarter decisions and you want to make smarter decisions in 2025, then just choose that area of your business to focus on. So that's the first thing I want to say to you. Just choose one area to focus on. And then I've got 8 steps for you to go through in order to find and implement the best systems and tools for that area of your business. So now you've identified the area you want to make improvements to. Step 1 is to identify your needs. So before you go selecting any tools or go searching any tools, it's important to get clear on what your business needs and what problem you're trying to solve. So take a look at that area that you've chosen. What's going on in that area of your business? Where would you like to see the improvements made? Where are the bottlenecks? So also consider what you're trying to accomplish and what data or information would be useful to you to collect in that area. So step 1, identify your needs. Once you know your needs, then you can move on to step 2, which is research. Take the time to research the different tools, compare their features, compare their pricing, what is their customer support like, look for reviews and testimonials from other businesses of a similar nature or size to your business. And then take that tool for a test run. Like, have a look. What are all the tools available to me? Which one is the best fit for my business given where my business is at today? Does it serve my business at the stage I'm at? Are there testimonials from other businesses in a similar stage to mine? And don't be afraid to contact the other business owners. Like, if there's a testimonial on a website and it gives you the organization name, then reach out or go to the software and say, look, I'd like to speak to a couple of your customers who are similar stage in business to me. Can you give me 2 names? Most companies will quite happily give you 2 names of people that you can go talk to. So do your research thoroughly. My favorite is always taking the tool for a test run. So I love to test it out, get behind, log in. Is it intuitive? Is it easy? Or does it feel clunky? What's the user friendliness of that tool? And then once you've kind of nutted out, yeah, it's super user friendly, then what is the data that it's giving back to you? You can put in a lot of things, but what is it giving back to you? What does that feel like, look like? Is it useful to you? So thoroughly do your research before you then go ahead and test the tool, which is step number 3, testing the tool. I mean, the thing I want to say about this step is don't go purchasing software blindly without doing a test run. Most software that are now available on the marketplace, they'll offer a 7-day trial or a 14-day trial so you can do a test run. I definitely learnt the hard way. I purchased a couple pieces of software based on my conversation with the salesperson and their demonstration of their tool to me. But then once I implemented the software, I discovered that it had been oversold to me. And so that was a $1,500 lesson that I learnt. And from that point onwards, I never got into buying into a software or a tool without first having a drive of the back end personally myself. And then I also get my staff to drive the back end as well. I'm like, here, can you hop in here? See what you think of this. This is what we're trying to achieve with it. This is what I'm going to be asking, you to implement and use. So I want your thoughts on how user-friendly you think it is. Will it improve our business and help you do your job with much more efficiency? So get your staff to also test the tool that you think would be a good fit for your business before you make the investment. All right, step number 4, I want you to consider scalability. As your business grows, will your needs change? And the answer to that is going to be yes, because as you grow, what your business needs is different. So look for tools that can scale with your business so that you don't have to switch tools when you reach that new level of growth in your business. I mean, you might not have a tool and the same tool for your whole business lifespan. You may change softwares once or twice, but choose a tool that will be able to scale at least for the next 3 to 5 years in your business. And then step number 5 is think about integrations. So we talked about integrations earlier around how software now has the ability to talk to one another, or there's tools like Zapier that you can use to connect your tools. So think about the integrations. What other software and tools do you need this new one that you're looking at to integrate with? Do they need to talk with one another? Is that a free cost or is it a paid cost? For example, in the event industry, I think this is one of the slowest industries to get on board with how software integrates with other software. There was a $1,500 API fee that my event software company was going to charge me if I wanted to integrate their software with my accounting software, for instance. They were going to charge an API fee. They had no native integration ability whatsoever. Even with Zapier, if I wanted to be able to use Zapier with that tool, it was going to cost me an extra $1,500. So think about the integrations. Does it need to integrate? Can it operate on a standalone basis? What are the pros and cons when it comes to integrating and lightening your load with the ability to share across all of your systems? And then the next consideration is cost. So all these different small business software and tools, they all come at varying price plans. So this is a good thing because you can take a look at what does your business need? Where are you at? And so coming back to that scalability question again, the higher price plans might have the tools that you need when you're looking at your scalability. So you might be able to start out on one of the lower plans, and then as your business grows, you can upgrade your software plans to take advantage of the additional tools that it comes with. So cost is the other thing. Also, don't forget to look for the hidden costs. What are the hidden costs that aren't so obvious when you are looking at the pricing plans? And then step number 7 is where you really want to evaluate the customer support. So is it okay if you have to wait 5 days to get a response from customer support? Would that work for you? Or do you need a software where you need same-day service? So take a look at What is the level of customer support that that software provides for you? And will that work for your business? Some tools, I'm like 5 days, fine, that works for me. Other tools, I'm like, no, because if I need customer support, this piece of software is critical to my business and I'm going to need same day customer support. And is that customer support available by phone or is it only available by a chat or email? Like, what does that look like? So evaluate the customer support that will come with the software and the pricing plan that you're considering. And then by now, you've decided on your software, and step 8 is to train your team. So you need to allow time to train your team. This is another big mistake that I see is new software gets implemented, but the business owner hasn't allowed for a learning curve. So sometimes the productivity within the team will take a slight dip while the team is training on the new tool and the new tool is then implemented. So there's a small dip in productivity, if you like, before you see the real advantages of having the tool in your business that allows you to have more efficiency because there are automations and it talks to your other software. And it's not until that piece of software or that tool is fully integrated into your business, the team are fully on board, they're very competent with it, and now you're really starting to take full advantage of having that new tool in your business. So step 8 is all about training your team, making sure that they are proficient with this new tool and you're really taking advantage of all of the bells and whistles, all of the AI tools that the software comes with, because it's no good having a new tool in your business only for your team to use that new tool as they did the tool that you've just retired. They're still using it in a very manual way. Get your team trained up on how to use the AI tools, how to use the automation, how to really self-manage those areas within the software. So you as the business owner don't need to step in every time that we need to set up a new automation or you need to take advantage of reading the AI analytics in order to make new decisions. Empower your team to be able to do that work. Alrighty, let's recap for just a moment because I know I covered a lot and I got a bit rambly in this episode because as you can tell, systems, automations, like the new AI tools that are available, they're just super exciting around how they can make a business be more streamlined and systemized than ever before. And the advantage to that is that it frees up your time as the owner and allows you to do other things. So if systems and processes is not one of your goals for this year, I'd really like you to rethink making it a goal. And especially around how you can implement AI-powered tools into your business, because it makes all the difference when it comes to achieving your goals. You know, from project management to CRMs, automation, AI-powered communication, all of these systems ensure that your business is set up for success. And when you can set up your business and streamline your operations, you can really remove the overwhelm from your business. So take a moment to evaluate where you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed and choose the right tool to implement to help you remove those feelings of stuck or overwhelm from where you're at right now. Or even if that, if now's not the time for you to be doing this, but this is on your Q2 radar, then put some time in your calendar, really evaluate the systems, the processes, and think about how your business can be a bit more streamlined, taking advantage of the sophistication that these AI tools are giving us. I think we've hit a whole new level with business and what AI can do for us. So if this episode has really helped you, then I'd really love to know. So go ahead, rate the show, review the show, or even reach out. If you've got a question about systems, processes, streamlining, AI tools, anything that we've talked about today, in the show notes, you'll find a link. It is sandrajulian.co/ask me. You can send me your questions. If you want me to answer your question on the podcast, you can submit your question there as well. I would love to hear what you are using in your business now. Have you really taken hold of these AI tools? Or is this year the year that you look at how AI can help you streamline your business? Thank you for joining me on Business Your Way. Until next time, keep being the boss and building your business your way.